Hey YouTube friends and family, traveling on back with another video. I'm pretty excited to see all the interactions and comments on the last couple of videos regarding the Freewell ND filters. And I thought it would be kind of cool just to clarify a couple of things that I've learned over the last couple of days and to share some of the comments that you all have made. So let's get right into it. So here's the Freewell Mega Pack. It does come with a cleaning cloth. Now I showed this the other video, but I learned something new that I didn't realize, that these CPLs, the circular polarized lens, what I didn't realize is that these rotate. So, and then you can see, you might be able to see the little lines, the two white lines. If they align together, I guess that's the strongest polarization setting, but you can control the effect of the polarization. So that is pretty cool. Now, right now it's 5 degrees Celsius, it's raining, it's cold. I can't really go outside and show some examples, but that is something that I learned since filming. I also wanted to mention, a couple of you have asked regarding the filters and if they are stackable. Unfortunately, they are not. This is the wide-angle lens that came with my Creator Combo Pack. And unfortunately, DJI just did not create a situation where these lenses would work together. They are not stackable. And from what I understand, even the DJI Pocket ND filters do not allow you to stack the filters together, which is a huge loss. I think that could have been a big win for DJI, but they are not stackable. Now, some of you asked about what Freewell offers regarding the selling of the filter packs. I do have the filter mega pack, 14 of them, but you can go with a cheaper option. You can go the all-day filter pack at 8-pack for $99.99. You can do the Bright Day 4-pack for $69.99. You can buy the light pollution reduction filter for $29.99 and the snow mist filter for $29.99, or the CPL filter for $29.99. So in terms of value-wise, I think the Mega Pack is the best. Now, bear in mind, DJI, they do sell a 3-pack ND filter, but it is pretty expensive just for 3 ND filters. I believe, and I'll correct this later, I believe it's $69.99 for 3, but I'll put that on the screen to correct myself later. So I wanted to mention how I was filming in my previous video, in my second field test. I was using settings where I was keeping the white balance at a static, I believe it was 5100, 5200 Kelvin, but for the ISO, I had it set for 50 lowest to 1600 range. And so some of you had mentioned in the comments below that maybe I should lock in that ISO. Another interesting comment, and I didn't get any permission from many of you all, so I won't mention your name specifically, but one of you mentioned that the best way to use ND filters is in auto exposure. They basically said choose the right filter for the brightness of the day and then put the exposure in auto and let the algorithms keep the right exposure at the same time. And the ND filter will keep the shutter speed low enough to keep you in the ballpark. So that was really interesting. I'm gonna have to try that out when it's a nicer day. Another mention that you all asked is, did I put any post-stabilization during the last couple of tests in those videos? No, I did not do any post-stabilization. The Pocket 3 stabilization is pretty spot on. Another question a lot of you have asked, and I'm going to address this now, is can you put a filter on the Pocket 3 and put it in the case? I'm going to show you, I've got my DJI Action 2, and I'm going to use the DJI Action 2 to show you how that works. Okay, so I am now on the DJI Action 2 using the 1st gen DJI mic. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys, basically here, you're going to see that I do have one of the filters on. It is the snow mist filter on the Pocket 2, on the Pocket 3, my bad. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut this down, and you're gonna see that it does not go all the way into the, it doesn't face the metal part, but what it does do is it faces the same direction as the screen. And so many of you are asking, can I keep the filter on and then put it in the case for safety? So here's the case. I do have the wide angle screen. I do have the wide angle lens in there as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the Pocket 3 into the case. And as you can see, everything looks very safe. I'm gonna pull it out. There's no problem. See, the filter stays on perfectly fine. Now I did a test, and I tested all the filters to make sure that you're gonna be able to conveniently do this. And the magnets are strong enough, and with it facing the same direction as the screen, you're able to keep your preferred ND lens on your Pocket 3 and keep it relatively safe and not have to worry about putting it in and out of your mega pack or whatever pack you have. So I just wanted to clarify that. A lot of you asked that question and really wanted to confirm whether that worked. So I hope that helps you out. All right, now one of you mentioned that it was possible to charge both the Pocket 3 and the microphone at the same time with the extended battery adapter. So I wanted to show you guys if that actually works. So I do have a USB-C cable to USB-C, and right now, of course, the adapter will charge the Pocket 3 camera. Now I'm plugging this directly into the mic, and for all intent and purposes, it does not look like it is working. To give you, to give context, I actually have my battery bank with a USB-C. I'm going to plug that in, and then there you go. It is charging. So unfortunately, it looks like the battery adapter will not charge the transmitter. I know one of you mentioned that it probably could, but it looks like unfortunately it doesn't. So I did want to clarify that from the comments below. Now another question one of you asked is, how am I holding up my magnet? I do use the Insta. I am using the Insta Pendant. You can buy it from Insta, and you can put it underneath your shirt. You can put it here like that. You can also take the mic itself, put it underneath your, you can put it underneath your shirt and kind of go incognito so no one even sees it. You don't even have to have the little dead cat on top of it if you put it under your shirt. I've noticed when I've recorded, it sounds just really good. It sounds just fine. So I like the pendant. It's really convenient. It's better than losing that little magnet that DJI offers for both the DJI mic and then the transmitter too. I like using the pendants. Great. Now another interesting thing that one of you mentioned, again, I don't want to mention names because I didn't get permission from any of you all, but one of you mentioned that, because they came from a photography background, because I noticed in my last field test 2 of the ND filters, my face wasn't very exposed when I was using like the 256 and then the 1000 NDs, but everything else looked really good on that bright day. So they mentioned that you could use something like a small LED, like an Ulanzi RGB, and I thought that was really brilliant. I think once that accessory pack becomes more available for the Pocket 3, I am still trying to get a hold of one like that GoPro attachment pack. You could, because they do have a cold shoe, you could attach like a little LED light, and that way expose the face better So that's interesting. It's not going to be as incognito, but that was a pretty brilliant idea. I'm definitely interested in trying that. Another thing that one of you mentioned is that you do it with your GoPro is that when you use your ND filter, you set everything to manual, you'll find the appropriate ND filter that's going to make it look best, and then you go back to auto shutter and ISO. And I guess they're stating that that allows the camera to make small automatic adjustments when going from bright to shadowed areas. And so that could kind of alleviate the exposing of the face, etc. So that was an interesting idea. Again, I'm gonna have to try that one too. Here's a tip that I'll mention is if you do get any of these ND filters, and probably many of you are aware, but I'll mention it anyway, is that be careful. These things are not easy to get out because of the magnets. And then when you put it on the on your Pocket 3, while they are sturdy, if you're moving around, you can accidentally bump these. I actually had one of the filters on when I was trying to take a shot with the scooter and accidentally hit the Pocket 3 and the filter, but I hit it pretty hard and the filter fell off, and it fell from about 5 feet. But fortunately, they did state on Freewell does state that these are pretty durable even if they fall. So fortunately for me, they did not break. I mean, it did not shatter, it didn't scratch, but yeah, you do want to be a bit careful. I'm just waiting to either lose one or bust one or something, but for now, it's working fine. This is smart. They did provide this for me. They do provide it in the case, so I just keep it in the case. That way, I always have something to wipe them down. But yeah, that's a little tip. Just be careful, especially if you have. Now, I'm vertically challenged. I'm a smaller guy, so and my hands are pretty small, so they're pretty easy for me to handle. But for any of you who are a little bit larger in size, if you have big fingers, you got to be really careful. So that's a wrap on the follow-up of the Freewell ND filters. I've had a blast learning new things over the last couple of days, and I just again want to thank you all so much for all the interaction. We're building kind of a small little community for us Pocket 3 enthusiasts, and yeah, it's really cool to connect with all of you. And yeah, let's just enjoy making memories. Let's go out there and just have a blast filming whatever we love to do. So yeah, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We're growing. I think in the last 16 days, I went from 232 subscribers to last I checked, it was 418. So it's a kind of a minor blow up on the channel, and I've been loving it. So please, yeah, let's continue to interact. Let's continue to learn. Let's grow together, and I'll see you all later. Peace.